I'm James Dean Vogel of the BioProcess Institute. Welcome to Between Two Ferrules. Today we'll be having a discussion with Justin Mamula from VEGA Americas. He'll be talking about their process sensors for the biopharm space. Thank you. We appreciate you stopping by and seeing us and give us a little discussion about VEGA and what your products are for the biopharm industry. So why don't you tell us a little bit about VEGA?
Absolutely. So VEGA was started, long story short, VEGA started in Cincinnati back around World War II. So Dr. Philip Omart started work on the Manhattan Project. So nuclear war, obviously, with World War II. He was doing nuclear testing, found a way to actually measure the level in vessels with a high pressure or high temperature where you can't actually put a sensor in the tank, and nuclear gamma radiation we can measure with a source on one side, a detector on the other, what the level measurement is in a tank. So we use that a lot in the oil and gas and chemical industries. VEGA, our parent company out of Germany, they've been doing capacitance, ultrasonic, radar, pressure, your standard level and pressure instrumentation for a long time. The two companies merged up in the early 1990s,
okay.
And we've been moving forward ever since, both on the nuclear side and level and pressure with non-contact radar, ultrasonic pressure, capacitance, whatever have you.
So traditionally, what industries are you serving, or does VEGA serve?
Traditionally, we've been in the oil and gas, chemical industries, food and beverage, mining facilities,
okay.
Heavy industries, generally speaking. We've recently gotten into municipal water, wastewater, and now the pharmaceutical, biotech, biopharma industries is a new target for us as a company.
Well, that sounds like a natural progression. So maybe you can share with us some of the applications in our sister industries like food and beverage and all, what some of the things that you're doing there, and then how that leverages into the pharma area.
Yeah, absolutely. So with CIP or SIP cleaning, we use hygienic fittings, tri-clamp fittings for a lot of applications there. VEGA is great with the non-contact radar sensor. So when you have solutions, bulk solid materials, we provide solutions that many customers have never seen before in those industries. And it was a natural progression, to your point, with some of the same requirements or similar requirements that you might see in a pharmaceutical, a personal hygiene, or biotech facility. Yeah.
So most of that was probably stainless steel tanks or hard plastic or things that can be sanitized, like you said. How about single use? Are you thinking about single use, or some things to come into that area?
We currently have some big instrumentation on single use systems out there currently, and it is a really exciting application for us moving forward. We feel like with our non-contact radar sensors, we provide a unique, reliable, and repeatable and accurate solution for our customers that they don't have elsewhere.
Okay. So on that non-contact radar sensor, that's used with bag systems. Maybe I think you have one here you can show us, and
I do.
Kind of how that would work with the bag system.
I do. So very simply put, non-contact radar sensor. It's not ultrasonic, so it's a different technology. It's been around once again since World War II. Mm-hmm. But you see radar utilized a lot in the car industry. With a lot of sensors there.
Yep.
It has helped drive the price lower and has increased our in our capabilities of what we can do with radar. But yeah, simply put, you can just mount a radar sensor over a single-use system, plastic system, and we can penetrate through and measure the level without having to be in touch with the material, without having to even be mounted to the tank or the bag itself. It is a solution we've utilized in other industries for chemical totes, fiberglass tanks, whatever have you. Radar and its technology is able to penetrate through glass or plastic fiberglass without interference, without
Okay.
issue. So it was, once again, natural progression to get into this industry where we could just measure through plastic or the bags, provide a level measurement to the customers in the biopharma industry.
How does the sensor handle, we know there's liquid and vapor space, but there also may be foam in our processes. How would it handle that?
Sure, absolutely. Foam can differ from application to application, from industry to industry, depending on what you're doing. You can have light, frothy foam, or you can have thick, like Guinness foam. We've had experience working with all kinds of foam, to be quite honest, and would be willing to work with anybody if they have foam in their process. I know foam is something that they typically don't want in a single-use system, but generally speaking, I'm confident that our radar sensor will work in a foamy application such as this.
Okay, the only other thing I think with single use is we see sometimes with the bags unfolding. You know, so if it's a tall bag, you know, when we're talking thousands of liters, sometimes there, does that interfere at all with it, or not really if you have a liquid level and let's say have a crumpled up bag as it's going toward the radar?
It really shouldn't.
Yep.
Once again, maybe you can help us test that if you see it here at your facility, but it really shouldn't, because in reality, we're just measuring right through that plastic. It's not even available to the radar sensor to see. It's penetrating through there, so I don't see it as an issue. No.
From your experience, what advice would you give to a young person? I mean, single use is definitely coming of age here, and you've seen other industries, so maybe there's something that you could talk to young people or someone new to this industry from your experience, kind of just seeing this industry and comparing it to others that you may be able to share with them.
I mean, you hit the nail on the head. It's an exciting industry. There's the growth potential is outstanding. I'm every day and every customer I meet, I learn something new, and there's something that I'm glad I'm a part of it. But
Okay.
quite honest with you,
Great.
I love my role here with VEGA. I love the products we offer, but now offer them in this industry. It's I would say anybody who's looking to get into the biotech, biopharma world, I'd say go for it, because there's a lot of advantages, and there's great people too. It's a nice close knit group. When you get to know one person, I feel like you get to know 5 people, because everyone seems to know everyone else.
That's true.
It's a great industry to be a part of.
Yep, there's a lot of camaraderie here. Kind of when you first came here from those other industries where it's stainless steel or steel and so on, what was your first thoughts when you saw us making stuff in bags? You can say it.
It was, well, to be quite honest, environmentally, how does this work for our Earth, right? Because you're disposing of a bag. Sustainability, absolutely. So that, but then when I understand the environmental effect of what a CIP or SIP process could do within a stainless vessel, and the chemicals that are used and that kind of thing, it makes sense. It's the evolution, as science gets better, technology advances. I think this is a great advancement in the biotech, biopharma industry. So at first, it was, I had to take a step back and think about this. I'm like, oh, that's unique, but it really makes sense moving forward.
Okay, all right, very good. So, who was the best basketball player you ever played against?
I once, I think it was in 8th grade. So I'm from Chicago.
Yeah.
A guy by the name of Eddie Curry, I think he was drafted maybe number 3 overall by the Chicago Bulls. He dunked on me in 8th grade.
He had a little height on you then.
He had a little height on me. I think that was the first year he started playing basketball, actually, too. He didn't start until 8th grade. He kind of got recruited into it. But yeah, we were at a summer tournament, and I took one from him the hard way, if you will. So
nice.
But I've had my fair share growing up in Chicago of playing with some pretty good players.
Ball players.
Yeah.
Okay. And what's your most proud basketball moment?
So another individual who went to Duke, I ended up putting 30 on him at a Christmas tournament my senior year of high school. So that was a pretty cool experience for me.
Very good. Great. All right, well, again, we appreciate your time. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much.
Look forward to stopping back here at the BioProcess Institute again.